Gaspe Coast Stories presents The Lost and Buried Treasures of the Gaspe Coast. The Gaspe Coast is a place of fabled stories, legends, and folklore, and the pages of its past are filled with intrigue, adventure, and secrets. Some of its most fascinating stories are the ones about the buried treasures that were hidden long ago in the secluded inlets and coves of the peninsula. Centuries ago, this peninsula lured many travelers to its shores because of its valuable resources, including codfish, fur, and timber. In the early days, it was visited by the Vikings, the Basque fishermen, the French, British, Spaniards, Jersey Islanders, Americans, and others. They came, they took, and they often fought over what was available. Most of them left, but some of them did stay, and today we know their descendants as Gaspesians. Since the dawn of history, men have risked their lives and their fortune in the search for hidden treasure. Often treasure hunting was associated with pirates and other criminals who hid their stolen goods in remote places so that they could later return and retrieve them with the help of a treasure map. There were also those who hid their stash of cash, coins, and valuables in old floorboards or in the attics, and even some hid them in their barns. There's no way of knowing how much treasure is out there waiting to be found. The romantic and perilous quest to find lost treasures is probably more alluring now than at any other time in the past, because we know more about some of the rich prizes that were supposedly hidden, and we have the gadgets to make them more recoverable. So let me take you to a few places where, according to some of the old stories, legends, and folklore, there may still be some riches waiting to be found. On this quest for lost treasures, I'll take you to Bonaventure Island, which at one time was called the Land of Pirates. It was also the home of the Gaspe Coast's most famous pirate, Captain Peter Duval. Then we'll go to Carleton, and I'll tell you the story of the Wilford Hotel treasure, which may still be hidden up on Carleton Mountain. In New Richmond, we'll go to Duthie's Point, where, according to an old story, a pirate was said to have jumped ship and hid some silver coins near the old tavern. I'll take you down the coast to Cap de Rosier, and I'll tell you about a young woman's valuable treasure that was lost there in a shipwreck. And then we'll go to the Cascapedia Valley at Minor Brook, which flows into the Grand Cascapedia River. And I'll tell you the story of an old Klondike prospector who spent a few months panning for gold because he had heard what some of Canada's most famous geologists had to say about what was there. I'll also tell you the story of Jack the Pirate, who was said to have hidden 7 containers filled with gold, silver, and jewels on Pirates Island in Bonaventure. And I'll have to tell you the story of the Colborne shipwreck that went down near Port Daniel. According to this story, it was a very valuable ship carrying, amongst other things, 40,000 pounds of currency in boxes containing 1,000 sovereign each. And despite the authorities' best efforts to retrieve it, some of it has never been found. Of course, I'll tell you a tale or two about Percy Rock, because through the centuries it has been the keeper of many stories and legends about the treasure that was buried there. These are just a few of the stories in this treasure trove of Gaspesian stories, which I have collected as a storyteller. And with all the research that I have done on the subject, I have come to the conclusion that the only way to know whether any of these stories are true would be if someone found some of the hidden treasure. Until then, the thrill of searching for these long-lost valuables remain an exciting adventure to be taken into the past. You can find these stories and others in the book called The Lost and Buried Treasures of the Gaspe Coast, and it is available on the gaspecoast.ca website. This is a Made on the Gaspe Coast production.